I'm Teresa. Welcome to Dazzling in the Kitchen. Today, honey, I want to dazzle you with my curry seafood boil. Yes, honey, we're having seafood in the house today, and I'm about to show you how we get down in Curry Town. All right, so what we want to do to get started, what I've already got going on here is I've parboiled some potatoes. I've got about 5 small potatoes that I have parboiling. I'm gonna let them do their thing while I get everything else prepared. So we're gonna start with these crabs, honey. I have 6 snow crabs here. I made sure, I told him to pick out the biggest and the best that he had because I don't like no rinky-dink seafood. It's gotta be right, honey. And snow crab is my thing. I do like a king crab, but snow crab is my favorite because it has the sweetest, most succulent meat. So let's get into it. What we wanna do is go ahead and prep our snow crabs. This is a little bit over 3 pounds. Actually, I had them add a little more, so this is closer to 4 pounds of snow crab, but nonetheless, it is 6 clusters. So what I'm gonna do is split them right here down the middle because that's gonna help them get into the pan and get down into the curry sauce better, because when they're whole like this, it just doesn't get all in the, all it throughout in the creases and the crevices. We want this to be zhuzhed, okay? So let me just go ahead and show you how we wanna cut up our snow crab. Okay, so what we want to do after we get our crabs rinsed and cleaned off, we want to go ahead and give her a split right here, spread her legs a little bit, and just give it a cut right down the middle. And now we have 2 little clusters. Okay, now that our crabs are all set, we're going to go ahead and get our sausage rope chopped up. I got 1 beef sausage, smoked sausage. I always call it sausage rope. I don't know if, if that's quite the proper term, but we're gonna cut these up in coins. You can cut them how big or how small you like it. My husband likes to feel like he had a lot of sausage, so I like to cut them like, just like this, about an inch thick or so. And we're gonna get these cut on an angle. All right, so now that we got that all set up, I got my oil heating up in a pan, about 1/4 cup of canola oil in the pan. Again, any oil will do, not that serious. Okay, so I got to tell y'all about this, what I got going on right here. This is my green seasoning. This is essential for the gravy. This is gonna cook down and mix with that curry and that butter stuff and all, honey. This right here is gonna be that you know what I'm talking about? That's that right here. So I'm gonna show you in the next clip how we got our green seasoning. So get over there. Okay, so here are the ingredients we're gonna need for our green seasoning. We have 4 stalks of scallions, and the whole stalk looks like this. So I've got 4 of those, 10 garlic cloves, because I like a lot of garlic, baby. I have 1 Scotch bonnet pepper. If you like more heat, you know what to do. A tablespoon of ginger, fresh ginger that is, and 1 medium onion, all chopped up. Now they're gonna go right into the blender, and things are getting ready to get happening. Welcome back. Did you miss me? Okay, so now the next thing we're gonna do is get toasting our curry. So what we have to do is basically we're gonna make a roux with our curry powder. So into our 1/4 cup oil, we're gonna make equal parts, 1/4 cup curry. And you wanna get some good curry. Don't get that kind of curry that's all, brown and stale, look like it's been sitting there for a while. Get something nice and bright like this. Come a little closer, honey. I want you to see this. You see how vibrant my curry powder is? That's what you want, honey. All right, now let's go ahead and get this in the pan. Where you going, sugar? I want you to see how this goes. All right, let's let this go down just like this. The oil's nice and hot. And we're gonna toast this bad boy up. The aromatics is just gonna be amazing in your house. This is what you want to do if you want a good roux. I'm also gonna go in at this point with some fresh thyme from my garden. And that's gonna go in and toast right with that. Yes, snap, crackle, pop. Talk to me, sugar, I hear you. All right, let's let that go just for a few minutes, and then we'll go on to our next step, loves. All right, this is looking good, and it's been going for about 3 to 4 minutes. So now it's time to add in our beautiful, luxurious green seasoning, darling. We'll get that right in. We're gonna toast up our veggies with our curry. This is going to be marvelous. Trust me when I tell you. There's that. And we wanna just give that a good stir. Toast those veggies up. See, this is the base of our gravy, y'all. This is our sauce that's happening. Looking so delightful. All right, y'all, now we're gonna go in with 2 chicken bouillon cubes. Get those right in there into our green seasoning. It's been going for about 3 to 4 minutes, getting nice and toasty. And so now what we wanna do is get our water in. Now, the amount of water you're going to use, it all depends on how much gravy you want. We kind of like a good amount of sauce. We like it nicely coated, you know, so we can, you know, get all the nooks and crannies of that sauce. So I'm going to go in with about 1.5 cups of water. And I'm going to actually clean out my seasoning here because we don't want to waste none of that. So this is how we're going to get that zhuzh in there. There we go. Now this is where the magic happens, honey. Yes, indeed. Now we're gonna go in with 2 heaping tablespoons of brown sugar. I like my curry to have that balance and complexity of the savory and spicy and a little bit of sweet. So I'm gonna put in 2 heaping tablespoons of brown sugar right in. And then we're also gonna go ahead in with some allspice, darling. Let's put about 1 tablespoon of allspice. Then we're gonna have some garlic powder. A couple tablespoons of that. And simply just a little salt. About 1 teaspoon of salt, because we have those chicken bouillons, those chicken bouillon cubes, and we don't want too much salt happening. And of course, some cracked black pepper. You can always season to taste. Whatever your zhuzh is, you should go for it, darling. Okay, now that things are getting excited in Curry Town, we're gonna go ahead and add our potatoes in, because those take a little longer to cook. I did parboil them so that we didn't have to worry about, you know, just waiting forever for everything to be done, because once this gets going, it goes by really quick. So we're gonna go ahead and put our potatoes in. Again, I had about 5 or 6 potatoes, small potatoes. I just cut them in half. We're just gonna add those right in, sugar. So we're gonna let our potatoes cook just for about 2 to 3 minutes. And actually we're gonna go ahead and put our corn in while we're at it. So I have about 6, well, it was supposed to be 6 ears of corn, but you know, we've been blessed today with an extra piece of corn. There were 7 in that bag. Okay, now that our corn and potatoes are in, we're gonna just go ahead and put the lid on and give it about 5 to 7 minutes for those potatoes to soften up a little bit. So moving right along, our shrimp and corn's been going for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead in with our smoked sausage right into the pot. Nice. Now we want to get those nice and cozy right in there. Okay, for the moment we've all been waiting for, I know I have, we're getting ready to go ahead and get this crab in. So, now you want to strategically place these. You don't want them piled on all over the place where, you know, some gets a little sauce and some don't. You want to make sure you have a nice good sized pot so you can get them nicely nestled in perfectly. And see, this is why I cut them the way that I did, so that I can have more room in my pan. All right. And you see our crab zhuzh in the bottom of that bowl? That's going in too, honey. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and add a stick of butter. Yes, I said a whole stick. This is crab day. We're not messing around. This is some serious business. You need to have some butter. Some butter in your seafood, love, honey. You got that butter love, baby? Y'all remember that? That butter love? Okay, love, so now that all of our crab is in and they're nicely getting cozy in here and mixing with that curry, we're gonna let them go for about 15 minutes and we're gonna add our shrimp in at the very last minute. Let me tell you, once you have everything chopped up and all your components, you know, set up and put together, this really comes together in about 20 to 25 minutes. I mean, and dinner is done. Okay, while your crabs are cooking, you wanna get in there with a spoon every now and then and try to get some of that curry sauce that's on the bottom right here. And you want to just go ahead and just baste it just like that. Shake that pot. Swirl that pot, baby. Get that zhuzh all in those nooks and crannies, honey. Shake it, baby. All right, loves. She is looking promising up in here. I mean, this curry just looks so velvety and silky smooth. I'm gonna go ahead now and put in our jumbo shrimp. These are only gonna take about 3 minutes, honey, and we're gonna be ready for business. So let's go ahead. This is a pound of shrimp. Actually, I threw a little bit more in out of another bag. So it's more of like 1.25 pounds, but we're gonna go ahead and get those in right into our crabs. Nicely. All right. I love the color of this curry. And once you got it all dipped in, those shrimp down in there. All right, last but not least, of course, we're gonna go in with a little fresh parsley. My parsley is a little bit wilted and sad, but honey, she's gonna be just fine. All right, let's get that fresh parsley right in there. It's time to sprinkle, y'all. Oh, my fairy dust. Whoo, tell me that don't look good, because I'll tell you you're lying, baby. All right, let it just go for about 3 to 4 more minutes, and we're ready to roll. All right, my loves, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. At least I know I have, and that cameraman too. We're ready to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what my curry crab is looking like. Come a little closer, honey. I want you to see this. Yes, take your time with it, honey. Y'all, my kitchen smells like magic right about now. My name's Teresa. Thank you so much for joining me on Dazzling in the Kitchen. Today, honey, I hope I dazzled you with my buttery curry seafood boil. I know I am ready to dig in, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and wrap things up, lovely. I would love for you to come back and see me sometime. Don't just visit, stay a while. Please subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment below, and thumbs up my video. Also, I would love for you to follow me on Instagram, honey, at Dazzling in the Kitchen. If you have any video requests or recipe requests, I'd love to go ahead and share all of my things that I have in my repertoire with you. So please, please ask and you shall receive, my loves. Okay, until we meet again, stay dazzling.